Transform and roll out!
Hello, and welcome to another episode of BrettCasts Transformers Talk. The word from Hasbro has come, and that word is that the Transformers TCG has one more set, and it's done. There is one more set called Titan Masters Attack, and then this TCG will be no more. I want to say that I'm going to say a lot of things in the video that they're all my opinion and based on what I saw and remembered from when I was an active Transformers TCG player, as well as what I see on the Facebook group I am the admin of, the Transformers TCG Michigan group. I have to admit that this is no surprise to me at all, and that I'm surprised that the TCG has lasted as long as it has. I was fully into this game initially, and then I realized I needed to stop because it was just, another thing to spend money on, like Magic the Gathering cards. And I had so many other hobbies, and so I decided to sell my collection and get out of the game. But while I was in it, I did have lots of fun playing the game, and I found it was a lot easier to learn than Magic the Gathering is. The art on the cards is pretty cool, and some is taken from the IDW comics. It was easy to learn, which helps for the younger audience to be able to get into it, and those are the best strengths of this TCG in my opinion. I'd have people that they've never played something like Magic the Gathering ask me about getting into it, and typically I would say that, well, it's very complicated as there's a lot of rules, and that if you really, really, really want to get into it, you're going to have to pour a lot of money into it to get out something decent. I think that from the start, the Transformers TCG was fighting an uphill battle as a new TCG. Maybe it's not fair to talk about it in relation to Magic the Gathering, as Magic the Gathering has been around since the 90s. Maybe even talking about the Transformers TCG in relation to something like the Pokemon TCG or Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't fair because those TCGs had the backing of an anime to make it popular and last as long as they have. I think that if you look at the Transformers TCG among everything that we have in the Transformers fandom, it kind of just gets buried under the popularity of the movies, the various shows, figures, and various comics. It's not to say that the Transformers TCG was not popular. I think that there were just small pockets of people that played it, and most of them were already Transformers fans of some sort. I didn't see people who were, say, fans of other TCGs like Magic the Gathering get into the Transformers one because, oh well, it's new. It had to not only win the Transformers fans, but also bring over fans from other TCGs. And that's hard to do when you're battling against ones that have been around so long. In the end, I can't say that I'm surprised to see that the Transformers TCG is done. I still don't regret getting out of it, as it was just another expensive hobby I didn't need. I still have Magic the Gathering decks I've not touched in ages, and a small collection of Pokemon cards in a binder, and that's all I need. I don't play Magic the Gathering enough to spend money on new cards as often as people do. It was a good run for the Transformers TCG, it really was, but, it's also, you also have to say that, CD happening was a definite part of its downfall. The fact that people can't flock to stores or, gaming stores or other people's houses to get together in groups, and there's no tournaments happening, and that's the thing, that for as short as this lasted, there were tournaments that happened, whether they were in small stores or at big conventions. Well, big in terms of Transformers conventions like TFCon and the likes of that, but it had a pretty decent support, and it has a pretty decent community too. I mean, if you just look at all the number of Facebook groups there's a lot of people that were into it in various areas, so I don't know. It's certainly interesting to see it go, though. But again, I'm not really surprised that it is. That's all I have to say, so if you ended the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.